Hey, how's it going there, YouTube? Here to give you guys a deck profile of my Harri deck, finally complete with the 4 beautiful Harri Stride promos. Sneak peek box toppers if you pre-ordered boxes of Divine Dragon Apocrypha. It took me a while to collect these promos, which is why this deck profile is a bit delayed, but screw YouTube's new algorithm, I guess. I don't really have to keep with the times, just hope that you guys enjoy my content. I am still Brandon from Team Asian, and without further ado, with that extremely late introduction, let's get on with the deck profile. To keep it short and sweet, of course, we're playing the 4 old Harri. The newer one, simply because his on-placed Vanguard circle, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, add 1 to the soul, is very, very essential to get all your combo pieces into the soul real quick. That and his call cost does not require you to counterblast, which is good. However, it does require you to call a unit specifically with the Magia ability, which will more than likely always be Periton, so it doesn't really matter. We play 2 copies of the old Harri, 1 reprint, 1 old SP'd, because you need a Harri Vanguard on your Vanguard circle at all times, and well, you also need it as the heart for new Harri, so it is quite essential. However, of course, I do play the 4 Masquerade Bunny in order to search out for the correct Harri. Play 1 Mysterious Creator. Now I forget the name of the stride in Grand Blue, but it basically calls a unit from the drop zone, and it gives it like the pseudo Blitza skill where it gets 5k for every face-up card in the G zone. You basically just make 1 gigantic final column with her and a lovely companion on your final attack. If you get there with 3-4 strides with Harri in the name face up in your G zone. 3 copies of Periton. I tried 4 copies, saw it too much, needed it too little, so 3 copies works just fine. This goes out to all my any viewers watching that are diehard, long-time Pale Moon players. Dancing Princess of the Night Sky, Lord bless her soul. I've picked up this card for maybe 75 cents back in the day, 2-3 years ago. Never looked back at it since, and when you know it's now a $20 card, that's just ridiculous. I will be uploading a poor man's version of this deck where you can pick up this entire deck and still kick someone's butt almost any time under $100. Believe me, it can happen. Although Dancing Princess of the Night Sky is very essential for the deck in order to get all your stuff for practically free, you don't have to play it if you can't afford it. 2 Misdirection, another card that's been skyrocketing in price, kind of, because it combos very well with our starter. Basically allows you to draw a million times during either player's turn. And speaking of doing anything during either player's turn, we have the Intensely Spicy Clown. As a 2 of, I am going to put it up to a 3 if I can, because it keeps getting sniped. Very essential for this thing to be behind your Vanguard, if you call it out with like from the hand or from purple shot pieces, so it does stay outside the soul at all times. During either player's turn, you just power up your Vanguard offensively or defensively. 4 Stride Fodder because you have to stride, obvious. The 2 main grade 1s of the deck that you must play playsets of, 2 Trapezist and 2 Bettys. It was a little redundant for me to say that you must play 4 of each, because in the poor man's video, you don't. And there are ways to make it work without a playset, but if you want it to be very consistent and you want to pull off, I don't know, maybe like 12 attacks in a turn, then having 4 of these will do you just fine. 4 Lovely Companion, because being able to make up an entire board on your opponent's side of the field for Ziegenberg to the face is hilarious. Then you get to draw a shit ton. Only 4 crits and 8 stands. The crits are just there for the draws in case you need the hand. Sure, you get your Vanguard 5k power, but it's nothing if you have a Spicy Clown, so it's kind of pointless. You could take it out for draws if you need, because the crit itself isn't that vital unless you do happen to hit it when your opponent no guards. Or you can just do more stands. I mean, more stands are always fine. Sky High Walker. 4 Sky High Walker, because you have to see it at least 1 or 2 in the soul, 1 from hand, whatever you need to get all your counter blasts. There are times where your opponent's going to choke you out at like 1-2 damage, and you can still pull off some combo plays. You just got to have your Sky High Walkers with you in clutch. 4 Prankster Girl, because deck thinning is winning. 4 heals. You don't have to play this one in particular, but it looks nice, I guess. and Lovely Companion, it's not God, and Happiness Collector as a starter because you want to be able to draw a million times during the other player's turn, and all the soul charge to get your Prankster Girls and all your combo pieces into the soul. Going into the strides, of course, we have the 4 new Harri because you can kill with just 1 set, if not 2. And that's pretty much all the strides you need. All the other strides you're about to see here are backbone. In case you don't have any damage to do this, or you've just got a G assist. We have the 1 original Harri because you can get 2 face-up cards with Harri in the G zone on first stride. I'm sorry, second stride. That is if you're first striding this specific Harri stride. And then we have Mephisto, Millward, and Prana. These 3 strides are able to flip up your original Harri, so if you happen to go into any of these first because your opponent's not giving you any outs, then you go into this the next turn, you kill him even more. 1 copy of the GB8, you never go into this, but it's just handy to have in case the game goes on way too long for whatever reason. 2 Vernal because you want to get all your combo pieces in. Just 1 Maja because it's all you really need with all the PGs that you have. It isn't too necessary to play Majas. That and with you soul charging so much, there are more times that I soul charge heals than my PGs, so I just play 1. It does the exact same thing that Lovely Companion does. 1 copy of Colburn for those decks, especially Overlord in particular. They just have way too big of a hand that I can't overcome that easily, or they really are just choking me out. Funny for Overlords to do that, so I'll just return them the favor by having a gigantic guard for practically free. 1 Wandering Dragon because you still charge way too many triggers. It's just a free 36k shield. Nothing wrong with that. 1 Colthard, I guess that's how you pronounce it. Just giant shield. And then 1 Agleam reprint or clone, a Ractome, because a ditch and draw is fine. And I originally played this because I had Poker in here, but that was before that stride, so I guess there really is no need to interfere with locked cards anymore because a single stride can do it, and you can just save the time to flip up a useless Cray Elemental card for more other valuable G guards. I can either get you combo pieces or take a blind chance to do that and draw more cards, as well as create good field presence. So, yeah. That's pretty much it for this deck profile. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys play anything else outside from here, I'm always open to new information, and I'm always changing this deck to make sure I can get the perfect one built for myself. This is by far like my favorite build, or my favorite deck to play in all of Vanguard for the G era. So all these years, it's like the one deck I've constantly want to just max rarity and just bump up. I'm almost there. I mean, obviously there are like a handful of cards that you can see already that are not at speed, but we're gonna get there. Alright, again, later on in the future, in the very near future, I'm gonna be uploading the Poor Man's build for Harri. I kind of want that to be a series of videos because I hear so many people in the community and other places such as like social media, Twitter, Facebook, that are complaining that they can't build in these decks and enjoy the game because they're not winning because they can't afford it. Well, I want to be able to put out videos out for those people that show, hey, you can spend maybe less than half that amount and still kick butt. And I'll be able to prove it with videos and deck profiles from some of the best players out there, especially here in Jax. I mean, Jacksonville, we're just kicking butt right now. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. See you guys next time.